Welcome back everyone to another reaction to Halo the series. This is episode 3 called Emergence. I'm Nicholas, and as you can see, it's just me today. Justin had some literally business to do. He couldn't get off work, as it were. He's driving all over the place getting stuff done. So sorry, but just be me this week. I'm sure he'll get caught up and join us next week. I am liking the series so far, but I am enjoying it for a TV show. All the decisions they've made so far aren't detracting or distracting for me. I even like that they've showed Spartan 117 Master Chief John's face. I think that for this format, for this medium, it's necessary. You need to be able to see those eyes and those facial expressions to help your empathy with the character and what's going on, his plight, to do well. In the games, obviously you are that person, so they don't want to show a face because you might not look like that person, and therefore that will take you out of that role. But I think in a television format, it only helps you not to literally be in that role, but empathize with the character. I'm really interested to see what they do with Cortana. I might fall in love, y'all. I'm just telling you. It's just the way it goes. You know, digital AI, it looks about the same. You know how it is. Anyway, I say we just get into it. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. It's very interesting, the language, Covenant language. Planet Oban. Visper system. What, yet another UNSC? Tier 2 waste salvage colony, yep. Ship all their waste here. Jesus. It's all slave labor.
One not made of the great forest or high mountains.
Oh, wow. Reading books from the trash.
Like it?
Dawn or something.
There are other planets with bright light in the sky and tall trees. So when you read a word like that, someone's supposed to kiss you.
Is that the tradition?
Hey! Get back to work!
It's a messed up place. Oh my god, they just kill that kid? Jesus. Covenant just got here. What are they looking for? It's her. Oh, this is she's a blessed one. Oh, is that the book she read in the other episode? Okay. What a history. Grew up in a slave colony, and the Covenant, from her point of view, rescued her. Yeah, right. On reach.
Results confirm it's over
Keystone.
100,000 years, or anything that can give us an edge against the Covenant.
In other words,
Separate teams.
yeah, she can't control Halsey, so she'll try to get to her through her daughter.
Finding a way to. How are you feeling?
They woke her up.
I'm assuming you cloned me to obtain organs. Was the intent when I collected samples of my various tissues?
I collected the samples. You are merely a product of the samples.
Well, it turns
She's
out
got her
not to feel
memories.
that way when you're sitting in this chair.
Oh man, so many. They're addressing so many philosophical issues. The clone a person. Will it feel? Apparently has the memory consciousness questions.
35
This is some crazy shit.
and none of this bothers you.
Should it?
And you wondered, if you found yourself sitting opposite a living, breathing version of you,
She's got her memories.
would you actually be able to go through with it?
I don't need a babysitter.
It's not a babysitter. This is an upgrade.
Going right into it.
Allow us to
Cortana.
analyze the artifact.
Let's get started.
It's just the beginning of a journey here. Oh, please don't show him something gross. Ugh. Why are they gonna do it that way? So it kills the clone, which is why they didn't want to do it. This is nuts. So how does she appear here, though? Oh, wow.
When the game is over, the king and the pawn go back into the same box.
interesting line, the first words.
That must be the Master Chief.
Yes.
This is so
military
cool.
record is outstanding. Above the a natural leader. I see why you chose him.
And it's Jen's voice, it's so
In
good.
the B19 Substack, you will be
Understand.
conscious within the hour. Can I recommend that you use this time to familiarize yourself with the trove of human knowledge that's now available to you?
What will I do with the other 52.4 minutes?
Not for an AI. Fully CG character, that's cool.
Finch is taking over. I have to join the resistance.
And what are you gonna do? You just hid.
Would you like to meet her?
Not particularly, no.
Come on.
I want to meet her again.
Hello, Master Chief. I'm Cortana.
Looks like you.
Kind of you to say. I'm designed to look familiar. Speak to you soon. I guess.
That's really
I
cool.
like this.
I don't like the means of which they did to make
She's
that, but
going to enhance your abilities in
it'd be
the field
cool.
100-fold. This is a great leap forward for all of us.
well, she goes rogue, and you can't control her either, and then you just enabled your best Spartan with the best AI, and it's no going back.
Commander, a sleep space anomaly just appeared.
I mean, don't you hear the alarm? This is how they get their blessed one. Mackie.
Please come quick. Thank you.
Oh. Well, they got them wired up. They're gonna monitor her even more. And this will be Cortana's direct access to it as well.
Go ahead, Cortana.
Putting him into stasis to access the artifact. I'm now getting no readings from the artifact at all.
Oh, he has to be conscious.
Fascinating.
I was not designed to be an assistant.
You designed to follow my orders. I'm not going
Anna
to
is
risk
as
opening
rebellious
something
as she is.
out of it.
It's based off her brain.
Are we done?
Oh yeah, this is the scene from the trailer. There's a freaking hunter come out of this thing. Close the door immediately. Close that door. Close that door. Too late. God, this is crazy.
I've been cleared to return to duty.
Whatever you do, we trust you.
As you were.
Hello. Can I have your attention for a moment, please?
What are you doing?
To those of you who haven't,
AI off.
I'm introducing myself to the rest of the team.
Go disappear.
I got some stuff to
Forward
work out.
working with you all.
Where are you?
I'm directly connected to your auditory cortex.
Told you to leave me alone.
Yes, you've gotten quite good at dismissing me.
Alright, find it. If you know what I'm thinking, just do it.
If I understand your objective, I can be helpful.
Gotta learn how to work together.
But based on the keywords in your query, I find 103 human colonies or moons. Would you like to see the list?
It's quick.
I remember losing her. I just
What?
No, Phil.
don't feel anything.
Yeah.
That's as it should be. Dr. Halsey, we have an issue. Master Chief, what are you doing?
Yeah, she can do
Chief is
both.
trying to remove his emotional regulator. I can put him in stasis.
No, no.
Let
I
him.
want you to help him. It's better that he sees you as an accomplice rather than a spy.
Thank you.
Like I've been trying to tell you, Master Chief. I'm here for you.
Careful not to fall in love with the digital. Whatever. Conscious. Oh, she's noticed. He's taken out his palette. So she loves Chief, I guess. Halsey is enabling him the whole way, too. Oh, this is cool. He's gonna go to a club. First time that he can remember, he can just feel.
Chief, based
Good
on
sound
images
design.
from your limbic system, this is a new experience for you. Let me
Yeah.
help you.
The white dog. It's not the same one, but it's going to remind him of. He's on to something.
Can you open this?
Why do you need
Can you open this?
Open it, Cortana.
Damn, Halsey's watching everything. Oh man, he went right to it. He's like addicted to it. He got so much more without the pellet.
Are you sure?
How many planets have rings?
Only 3.
Show me.
Yeah, we're getting somewhere. It's kind of a little detective story going on. This is cool.
This too. In accordance with emergency contact protocol Upsilon, the planet was sealed off to contain the virus.
Yep. And how did you get out, though?
I have no other data.
Send a probe, stare at all the data you want. I need to see it for myself.
John. I'll come with you.
Wow. Well, her butt's on the line. Breaking into the ship's systems. It's tapping into it.
That's probably an elite. They run the show. Runs are chatty, but not over comms.
Grunts are chatty.
But if we want to separate what's real from what's imagined,
Just still got that book.
we really have no choice. We have to see for ourselves.
And if returning to Aridness brings back other memories, the truth could bring us all down.
That is what Cortana is for.
Ooh. This is crazy. And I think Cortana looks great. She doesn't have to be solid blue like a hologram like we've seen in every other sci-fi in history. This is awesome. I really enjoyed the third episode. What was it called? Emergence, I think, which is an appropriate name. Emergence. That's a very appropriate name for what's happening. I'm really digging this show so far. I can't say that enough. The fact that their Master Chief really is the main character, and they're so focused on, it's not just pulling his helmet off, y'all. Like, they took out the pellet so he could feel emotions. They're going all the way in this character arc, and I think by the end, hopefully everybody will realize there's no other way to do it. Like, think about how crappy and boring it would be if he just had a helmet on the whole time and he could never express emotion. It was just yes sir, no sir, yes ma'am, no ma'am the whole time. You can't tell a story like that. You can do it in game because you're the player, but you can't do that in a television movie format, on the screen format. This is really good. I really like where they're going with this. You just right when I get the most sucked in, the most interested, the damn show ends. And that's the other thing about modern movie or television making is like they know how to. Everything always it ends on a cliffhanger. It's like old soap operas from the soap operas still around. I was gonna say like from back in the day where they always leave you a cliffhanger every episode to make you want to come back. It's like all of TV has assumed that format, but whatever. It's cool. Storytelling is so much better nowadays. Just 6, 8, 10 tight episodes versus 24 episodes that have more than half of them are just filler to fill out for advertising and TV schedules and all this. Yeah, I'm digging this. Cortana looks amazing, and I'm glad to see how much interaction it's getting. Like, there's more interaction with Cortana in this than there is in the games, and she's the main secondary character. I don't know. I really like this show. Like, the UNSC is brutal. Like, it's kind of like a ends justify the means. In a way, it's like, they're totalitarian. They're fascistic in a way. They see the bigger picture, or at least to them they do, and so their means justify what they're doing. And there's all kinds of good conversation that could be held around the structure of the show, from big things like talking about fascism and slave colonies to more philosophical things like cloning. A big thing is in philosophy, talking about consciousness is the hard problem, about what is conscious. What is it? If we have consciousness and we evolve, can machines have consciousness? Can something completely artificial? So not only in the clone in which they created Cortana in this, when they woke her up and Halsey started talking to the clone of herself, that clone had memories of that Halsey had before she created the clone. So, you know, we don't know the answer to this, but it's interesting how the show is addressing that. And then beyond that, once the, you know, brain of the clone was scanned, and, you know, they go quickly into, oh, and then there's an AI. It's kind of like Jurassic Park. Oh, we just got to get the DNA from an amber that had a mosquito with the blood of dinosaurs, and voila, we have dinosaurs. There's a few steps in between there. Same here. Can't, you know, we have a clone or we have a brain and we scan it and then we have an AI. I think there's probably a few steps in between there. But regardless, it brings up these bigger questions of like, is Cortana more than just an AI? If she was literally built off the substrate of a person, albeit a clone, is that just the digital representation of what we physically have a brain for? Like, is Cortana alive? You know, I don't know the answer to that. Nobody does. But I'm liking this show. This is a good sci-fi show, like beyond my fandom of playing Halo and the games. And I've got friends who've read the books and they have told me all kinds of things about them. Like, I think this stands on its own. If people could see this show less from, oh, it's a game made into a show, and just sit down with a blank slate and watch it as just a sci-fi, I think it's holding out on its own. I'm really digging this. And yeah, I think I'll just end it there. That's fun. Y'all, if you like this, please hit that like button. Subscribe if you're made it this far and still not. It really does help, especially hitting that like button down below. It helps spread it around. Comment down below. I'm sure I missed all kinds of things. I really appreciate it. Full-length reactions on Patreon if you're interested. Link down in the description below. And if there's nothing else, I guess, catch you on the next one. Peace.